Welcome to SketchUp Video Lesson 1, the interface. What you may have noticed is that this lesson is being brought to you via a Mac. All attempts at addressing the differences between the Mac and PC have been made, from the interface differences to the keystroke differences during the lessons. So without any further delay, let's begin talking about SketchUp's most basic interface items and then how to better set it up to work more efficiently. What you see in front of you is the basic interface when you load SketchUp. On the PC it'll be a bit different. There might be a basic toolbar across the top. However, for the Macintosh, this is the general look of SketchUp. This big space here, the largest window, is the working 3D space. This is where you will pan, zoom, design, draw, and create. Along the bottom left, you'll see that on the status line, like in the Photoshop, depending on the tool selected, the information will be unique to that tool. For instance, if I choose the circle tool, it will select the center point is what it's asking you to do. Along the right hand side is VCB, the value control box. Basically, it's a box to type in numbers in. For example, you can type in how many sides the circle has. We'll worry about that at another time. Across the top, we have File, Edit, View, Camera, Draw, Tools, Windows, Plugins, and Help. The first two, File and Edit, are quite similar to other programs. You can create a new space, open a recent document, close, save, save as, convert. There's also some new items like exporting 3D warehouses, send to layout. We will address that later. Next is Edit. Again, same as other programs: undo, redo, cut, paste, copy, paste in place. A few new ones: hide, unhide, lock, unlock. View. A view allows you to turn on and off your toolbar. It allows you to view your workspace in a number of ways. You can turn items on and off. In other words, axis, view the blue, red, and green axis there by the guy. I can turn that on and off. Turn that back on. I can turn on shadows. Notice the shadow on the guy. I can turn fog on. Now, depending on how I look at that, fog will make a bit of a difference. Turn that back on. I can change my styles of the objects that I have working, and I also can customize toolbars and hide the toolbar along the top. The camera tools. This is how, when looking in a 3D space, you view the 3D world. As you see there, perspective, that is how we see things in the real world. The 2-point perspective is how we draw. And if you've taken Architecture 111 and 112, you'll know what a 2-point perspective drawing is. This is more of a way of controlling the scene that you're working in. Orbit, which is how you rotate in the 3D world. As you can see the icon there, I'm rotating in the 3D world. Go back up. Pan, the hand tool, I am panning around. Zoom, I can zoom in and out. You notice every time that I click on a tool, on the toolbar, the icon also shows up actively. So this first one was, or this last one was zoom. I did pan, and I did orbit. The draw pull down. Here you'll find line, arc, freehand, rectangle, circle, polygon. These, of course, are the same as along the large tool set, the icons. This is where you create the 2D objects that will later become 3D objects. In SketchUp, it takes these 2D tools to begin the life of a 3D object. Under the Tools pull down, you will find the Select tool, which allows you to select any objects. The Eraser tool, which is basically delete. Paint Bucket, which allows you to put a solid color or a material onto a face. You got your Move tool, Rotate, and Scale, which work both in 2D and 3D. You have your Push, Pull, Follow Me, and Offset, which all three of those are for 3D. Offset also works for 2D objects. Your Tape Measure tool for getting a specific size or finding out the specific dimension of an object. And there's also dimensioning, adding text, adding 3D text, and then some cool features, Google Earth, which you guys have probably seen already. The window pull down. Minimize, which is minimizing the program down into the dock. Zoom. Model info, that gives you the information of the entire model that you're working on. Entity, that is a specific item of the model. Here's your windows that you can pop up, your materials, your components, styles, layers, scenes, shadows, where you can control the shadows, fog, where you can control the fog and the amount of fog and how the fog reacts. Match photo is where you can take your image and match it to an existing image. You can soften the edges so it looks more like a drawing. Instructor, basically SketchUp comes with an amazing set of instructional videos. So there's the window. The last two pull downs are plugins and help. Cost is a plugin that allows you to estimate literally the cost of a project to make. It's not something that we'll do in this class, but it's something you could definitely investigate if you are willing to put in the time to assign material costs to items. Help, SketchUp Help from Google, in the Learning Center, the community, all of that, video tutorials. It is one of the best anywhere. I recommend watching them. You'll learn a lot, and if you look on YouTube, you'll find even more.